Hi, my name is Carolyn Yeagling, and I did my project on Alaskans Against Drunk Driving, or the AD campaign. In 2014, there was 39% of traffic fatalities that were related to alcohol in Alaska. 30% of traffic fatalities in Alaska involved a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08 or above. 11% of all alcohol consumed in the United States is by people aged 12 to 20 years old. On average, it costs the state about $1,728 per Alaskan youth to compensate for the injuries and health consequences attributed to underage drinking. Among high school students in the past 30 days, 33% drank some amount of alcohol, 18% binge drank, 8% drove after drinking alcohol, and 20% rode with a driver who had been drinking alcohol. So our target population is Alaskans living in the Anchorage School District in their junior year of high school. As you can see in the graph, the number of death rates is highest in the age 21 to 34, and the lowest is 0 to 20. That's probably most likely because that is below the drinking age, and then it spikes up once people hit that drinking age and above. So we want to target these individuals before they get to the drinking age so we can engage them in these safer behaviors before they fully start consuming alcohol on a regular basis, or they go to college or move out of their parents' house, whatever they end up doing whenever they turn the legal age of 21. So our goals for the program. The process objectives, we will include various assemblies that will involve various community members, including police officers, paramedics, EMTs, nurses, and individuals impacted by drunk and impaired driving. Our immediate goal is to educate high school juniors on the effects of alcohol and other substances on the mind and body and the impacts of drunk and impaired driving. The intermediate goal is to reduce the amount of teenage drunk and impaired driving incidents. And the long-term goal is to reduce the number of overall drunk and impaired driving incidents in Alaska. The 3-series assembly program will be implemented into 4 different Anchorage School District high schools to discuss the effects of alcohol in the body and its possible impacts due to its use. There will be the 3 weeks, so every Friday for 3 weeks straight. The first week will be how alcohol affects the body. This will be assemblies and lectures led by paramedics, EMTs, doctors, and other medical health professionals in the area. They will give educational briefings and stories that they've heard in the office or what they've experienced, and just give the students a better understanding of how the alcohol will affect their body. Week 2 will be the legal side of alcohol, and this lecture series will be led by police officers in the area. They will share their stories of cases that they've had. They will just describe what happens on the legal aspects. So if you are pulled over and the police officer believes that you have been drinking, and how they handle that, and how what you should expect from that, the legal aspect of it, considering like you're revoking your license and other aspects like that. And week 3 will be resources and creating a strategy. So the speaker will give resources in the area, such as people to call, places to seek like a 12-step program if you need it, and just strategies of where to get a ride instead of driving yourself, or helping other people prevent driving and getting behind the wheel. Just trying to make sure you have that action plan, and any Lyft, Uber, cabs, anything else that you might need to know of, that will be given in that series. The goal will be to decrease the number of traffic accidents due to underage drinking, while also educating the youth on harms that can occur with alcohol in their lives and others. So there'll be various surveys used throughout the program. This will be used to check the knowledge, rate the speakers of the day, and ask anonymous questions. There'll be a post-survey 6 months after the last assembly to measure the outcome objectives, the understanding the program material, and compare it to the yearly data compiled by the state and on drunk and impaired driving. This is a example of a pre-assembly questionnaire just to get a range of where the students are. So this is how many people were killed in car crashes involving a drunk driver in Alaska. The answer would be 222. What age category endures the most deaths involving a drunk driver? That'll be age 21 to 34. What is the legal BAC or blood alcohol content? And that will be under 0.08%. 1 in 3 traffic deaths in the U.S. involve a drunk driver. And what is the best way to protect yourself and others from alcohol-related motor vehicle accidents? And that would be to designate a non-drinking driver before everyone starts drinking. Or, of course, calling a friend or getting another ride of somebody that hadn't been drinking. And then there's an example of the feedback survey that would be sent out at the end of every after the end of every assembly each week. So it would be just tell us what you learned today, what was your favorite part, what was your least favorite part, ideas on how we can improve, and what you would like to know more about. And these are completely anonymous, so if students don't feel comfortable discussing this in person or raising their hand during the assembly, this will be a great way to get them to ask those questions but still be anonymous. So they still get the information, but they don't have to put themselves out there if they don't want to. Our anticipated results. The expected impact of the program on the high school age students is for the students to change their attitude towards the impacts of alcohol and to not drive under the influence of alcohol. Instead of students driving under the influence, we want them to get into the habit of designating a non-drinking driver, calling another friend to pick them up, or utilizing one of the many services in the Anchorage and Mat-Su areas. For success, we will reach the success that we want to. We will reach the participants on an interpersonal level. We will keep the students engaged and participating in each of the assemblies. This will be done through the use of our swag items to be given out for participation. And we'll ask the students what should be changed about the program and alter it to be the most beneficial for each of the students. So that will be asked in all of the post assembly surveys. So if one of the speakers wasn't very good, we will make note of that and we will change it for the next time that speaker comes up or that topic comes up. If they didn't like how the assembly flowed, we can try adding in more hands-on stuff. We can change it as the weeks progress to make it the best for each of the students. So the materials for the program are the questionnaires, the pictures, videos, and PowerPoints that the speakers use at the assemblies, and the swag items. So the keychains that are handed out, the t-shirts, buttons, stickers, hoodies, those will all be given out for participation and for answering questions correctly if any of the speakers ask questions. And we'll try to give out the buttons and stickers, the designated driver, or I am a designated driver button stickers to all of the participants if that is possible. So this is the budget and justification of it. So for the personnel, all of the personnel will be volunteer staff, so it will be no cost for the program. Their curriculum will be created by the people that are speaking, so it will also be no cost. The space will be donated by the school district and the schools that the assemblies are at by in-kind contribution, so that would be no cost to the program. The equipment will also be in-kind contribution by the school and will just be provided at that school. unless a speaker wants to bring their own laptop that they have, but that would also be no cost to the program. And the supplies will be a major part of the cost of the program. It'll be the t-shirts, the keychains, stickers, buttons, hoodies, gift cards. The surveys are free, and handouts will spend a little bit of money on just so students have those reminders, whether they can put them in their fridge, in their car, on their binder, whatever they want to do. And then we will be using the $2,000 grant given to the program. Thank you. And that is all.